Hello and welcome. My name is Carsten Lützen. I'm a Scrum Master and Agile Coach. Today I'll talk about another way of setting a longer term goal for a team. You might remember the C map or the treasure map I've showed a long time ago, and this is an alternative to using that approach. If you like these videos, please subscribe and share. That would be awesome. The thing I'm going to show now is greatly inspired by an article by Christian from the Liberators that shared a modified version of Gamestorm, and I've taken that approach and modified it and worked with it even more. My game plan is somewhat like this. I am going to start with set up the room to make sure that we have the right atmosphere. So I'll move all tables out to the sides of the room except one table where I'll put something like this with the backside up. Then I'll arrange a circle of chairs, one for each participant, and then I would start off with Conversation Cafe. The liberating structure, I've already gone through that in a previous video, and the outcome of that, or the discussions to take, is what is the overall high level, super high level goal that we would like to work towards. With that in mind, then maybe use something 1-2 for all to take this high level goal that we have agreed upon. We might have been dot voting, put it on this one, then use, as I said, 1-2 for all to break it down into 3 different headlines. Then if we have some more than 3 to choose from, then dot vote or find any way to figure out what 3 to use. When we then have agreed upon these 3, put them on this canvas, and then have some kind of monetary format. It can be plastic gold coins, it can be chocolate gold coins, it can be just pieces of paper, and then put them on the treasure chest. So this is the final value of achieving this goal. That is manifested in this pile of coins, let's just say that. Then have the team have a discussion on how much is this worth compared to this and that. So we divide this pile of gold onto these 3 columns. When we have done that, we are now ready to split the entire team into 2 smaller teams. One being the dreamers and the other one being the killers, each having their own corner in the room. Make sure that the killers' corner maybe with swords or other things that fit in this context, and the dreamers' corner might have a hippie theme or whatever a dreamer represents to you. Then, before they run off into their corner, the killers are going to make up actions that will make sure this doesn't happen, or this doesn't happen. The dreamers will make up actions that make sure this happen, or this happen. Split them, give them maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or make it even more structured using again 1-2 for all or another technique. When they then have had their time, switch ends, and then have them dot vote. So the killers dot votes for the dreamers' actions and vice versa. Hopefully, when they have finished, we now have 3 dreamer actions, and for each of these sub goals here, and we hopefully have 3 killer actions for each of the sub goals as well. Next up, what we are going to do is take the pile of money we put here and then divide them on this and this. So again, the team begin to discuss. So if this happens, if we make sure that this never happens, how much is that worth compared to if we have this and we make sure that this happens, how much is that worth? And that actually sparks some pretty good discussions and can also be used for prioritization later on. When we have done that with all these actions, we are done with this session. Now it's up for you as a Scrum Master, Agile Coach, Facilitator, whatever your role is, to make sure that we keep our eyes focused on this and start tackling these actions or these. And then whenever the team has finished up a mission, then remove it. Take the gold coins, make some kind of bonus scheme maybe. So when they have, 20 coins, you'll bring cake or whatever makes sense. And in this way we can help the team move forward and they can see some kind of progress and accomplishment in what they've done. And it's super motivating. And also if you have several teams and you all have done this, I'm not saying they should compete, but it can maybe be a bit fun to see how far they progress or how fast they progress against each other, because they've had maybe the same number of gold coins and they have had the same introduction, and it's just fun to use this gamification in a context like this. If this seems interesting, just send me a message and I'll gladly elaborate more, or read the really good article on Medium that I'll of course link to in the description. That was it for this video. If you have comments, questions, ideas, feedback, just let me know. That would be awesome. Otherwise, please subscribe and share. And then have a nice day.